I have one question for everyone. How many black-owned businesses have you shopped at this holiday season? Um, in the wake of recent events like the Barney's incident, where where a black male and a black female were racially profiled, it's paramount that African Americans start shopping and supporting their own businesses because if we don't look out for each other, no one else will. And when we go shopping for Christmas, I mean, anytime, I mean, I think the holiday season is the best time for us to start investing in ourselves. I mean, we have an economy that is $1.1 trillion. That's a lot of economic spending power, a lot of purchasing power, and we spend all that money with non-black people. I mean, for example, when it comes to hair care, the Koreans now own the African American hair care market. And when it comes to retail, when it comes to food service, Latinos own the supermarkets. And even here in New York City, the Dominicans now own black barbering. Most of the barbershops here in the South Bronx are mostly run primarily by Dominicans. African Americans own next to no businesses in the black community. And the few businesses that are out there, like mine, we really need your support because we want to support you. We really want to support the black community, but it's hard for us to support the African American community because people just don't, black people just don't spend money with us. I mean, I get a lot more business from non-black people than I do from black people, and I find that to be very sad because I really want to serve the black community. I mean, most of the products I produce are positive African American fiction and nonfiction, and I really want to get this product out there to the brothers and sisters. I really want to serve the community. There are things I want to do. I want to expand my business so that I can hire other African Americans because as a black owned businessman, I really want to bring jobs to the black community. But the only thing that's hampering me is the lack of support from other black people. I mean, for example, I can tell you about the Harlem Book Fair I went to 2 years in a row. I mean, the first year I spent over $800 on a table and getting supplies for a table, and I was literally ignored for the entire show. And I only sold one book. And then the second year I spent another $400 or $500 on a table, and I was ignored yet again, and only sold one book. And that was really discouraging for me because I'm trying to build a business and I'm trying to trying to get enough capital together so that I can employ African Americans, so I can put brothers and sisters to work, so that we can continue to invest in the community. Because I really, really do believe in group economics. I've been practicing group economics whenever I can. If I find a black-owned business in the black community, I go there, I patronize that business, I support that business wholeheartedly. I mean, I remember when I was collecting comic books back in 1994, I bought all my comic books from a black vendor. And every week I would go buy my comics from this one black guy. I believe it's very important that African Americans support each other and support each other's businesses. And we really, this holiday season, really have to make that extra effort to start supporting each other's businesses and supporting our own community because we're the only people who are going to employ each other. We cannot look to other organizations and other groups to spend money with us. They're going to take, because here's the deal. They take 97% of your money out of the community and they use that to send their kids to private schools. They use that to send their kids to good colleges. Meanwhile, African Americans are at the bottom, and that's very sad. Because if we invested money in ourselves, we would have the resources to build our own schools, to invest in our own. Because in order to have a community, you have to have money and a functioning community. I mean, that's what I meant to say. It's a functioning community. In order to have a functioning community, you have to have capital. You have to have resources. You have to have income. And when you spend money outside of your community, all you're doing is, as the Iceman said in one of his videos, is financing your unemployment. And I see this And I see this in the South Bronx every day. I see people financing their own, black people financing their own unemployment. The reason why your schools are crumbling, the reason why you have housing that doesn't get, public housing and things like that don't get fixed, is because you're spending money on things that don't bring you money. I mean, the whole idea is that African Americans, really black people, don't understand that money is a tool. And if you use money properly, it can make you money. But if you spend most of it on consumer goods that don't have value and that don't increase in value, what it's going to do is you're going to lose on the long term. And the sad part is, black people, we really have to start thinking long term, and that's why we have to start supporting our own businesses. And the holiday season right now, this is the best time. I mean, you're going out shopping for Christmas gifts. You're spending money. If you're going to spend money, at least take that time to invest money. That's what I do. That's what I've been doing since I was 16 years old. I learned how to invest money, and for me, investment is very important. When you spend with your own people, it makes you money. It profits your community, and we have to really, really seriously start spending our money, thinking about how we spend our money and where we spend our money. Because we can't complain about places like Barney's profiling us if we continue to keep going there. We can't complain about Macy's and all these stores that give us a hard time getting emotional about it when our response is to keep shopping there. If you keep shopping at a place that racially profiles you or makes you do bag checks, because that's what they do a lot of times here in Fordham Road and Third Avenue here in the South Bronx, if you keep going to stores like this or where they follow you around, you're telling these people it's okay to keep mistreating me. And you can't do that. You can't continue to let people mistreat you like that. And the best way to send them a message is to take your money elsewhere, to invest your money in black-owned businesses, and in the black community. Because every dollar that you spend with another black person helps everyone in the black community. That's all I have to say. But if you really want to buy some great Christmas gifts for your family, I have a lot of positive black fiction on Amazon. Um, and every dollar you invest in me, I will definitely try to invest in another black owned business, or I will take those resources and try to save them towards hiring other African Americans, because I have other business expansion plans I want to do. And I really need your support. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video, comment, rate, and subscribe.